We all know visions, along with their elements, hold strong ties to the character's ambitions, aspirations, dreams, even their insecurities. With Anemo having a strong theme towards true freedom, and maybe stubborn in the ideals, suffer from personal insecurities, and maybe even traumatic events. So let us bring out that looking glass and step on through into a different alternate world, and let us meet a different Noelle. Just how different would she be had she been Anemo instead of Geo? Let's take a look. But first, I also wanted to give a huge shout out to the artist of Anemo Noelle, Altest. Thank you so much for the work. I will leave their portfolio in the description below. Before we begin though, if you enjoy Teyvat's Facts and Wisdom, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. After the video is over, join us over in our community Discord server, where we talk all about Genshin, including lore. Okay, with that said, let's open the Teyvat and see what's been uncovered. When we step into this world, turning our looking glass onto Mondstadt just a few weeks before the Windbloom Festival is to take place. There we find a young girl, calm, bubbly, and good-natured. This silver-haired maiden is hustling and bustling all around the wine distillery in an impressive feat of strength. Kegs upon kegs of different types of wine are nothing but feathers to her, as she happily hummed a tune. It is then revealed to be in fact Noelle. Only she's slightly different from the Geo Noelle we all know, lacking the knight armor, and even her maid outfit is a bit more different. At the belt of her maid outfit was a Mondstadt vision of Anemo swaying with each hop and skip she made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that should be all the new stock for today. She started counting each barrel keg on the shelves. "Noelle!" came a sudden cry, startling the maiden with a squeak. "Ah!" Standing in the doorway was a tall man with fiery red hair and eyes, a distinct vision of Electro at his belt. With him was another man with very distinct star-shaped pupils and a vision of Hydro at his belt. Noelle, in her haste and shock, had almost dropped her clipboard, clumsy as she had always been. "Young masters, you startled me." "Looks like you startled her again, Kaya," sighed the redhead knight. "Don't look at me, D-Luke. You're the one that is as quiet as a mouse," pointed out Kaya with a huff. "Anyways, how's everything going in here, Noelle?" "Yes, everything's going as it should, but we're low on supplies for the dandelion wine," Noelle informed, looking troubled. "Alright then, we'll just leave you to it. My brother and I need to head back out on patrol. We should be back by this evening," Diluc calmly stated, offering a soft smile as he and Kaya left, leaving Noelle alone in the distillery. Unfortunately, that was when Noelle, in her panic, realized they were completely out of the dandelions they needed. "Oh no, oh Barbados, what am I gonna do? The young masters and Master Crepus won't be pleased if I don't hurry." Noelle, as usual, was in a frantic state of panic, rushing out to hurry to the city market. If she can just hurry and find the rat that had been snooping around the winery lately, stealing their supplies before they found out, then everything would work out and she could hurry back to her duties at the winery and to the Ragenvender clan. Unfortunately, she was not watching where she was going and crashed right into the Traveler of all people. "Ouch!" came the blonde's reply as they both fell to the ground, rubbing their heads. "Jeez, where the heck did this maid come from? It caught Paimon by surprise," came the high-pitched voice of the floating whatever that thing was. Noelle gets a sense of childlike wonder at the sight of Paimon. "A fairy! A real-life fairy!" she giggled in delight. She loved fairy tales and creatures like the Seelies, and fairies and tales of dragons. "Who are you calling a fairy?" Paimon huffed, in her usual protest. "I really wish you'd watch where you were going." "Oh, shoot, I'm sorry," Noelle bowing swiftly apologizing. That is until she realized upon closer inspection who it was. The blonde was a young male with very distinct honey amber eyes with gold and black armor. "Wait a minute. No way, you're the Traveler. Young masters Captain D-Luke and Captain Kaya won't stop talking about you." "Oh, so you must know D-Luke and Kaya along with everyone then. My name's Ether." Ether then smiled. "Sorry for crashing into you earlier." No, I should have watched where I was going. My name's Noelle, and I'm a maid of the Ragenvender house and assistant manager of Dawn Winery. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Traveler Ether," Noelle introduced with a polite courtesy. "Well, why were you in such a rush right now? You look like a ruin guard was on your tail," pointed out Paimon. Nervous at first and once again in a panic, Noelle eventually revealed there had been some ingredients vanishing from the winery. She had tried her best to keep her employers in the dark so she could solve the issue on her own, but so far had zero luck catching that blasted thief. The traveler, growing an instant liking for Noelle, decides to offer his aid. Eventually, they hear a scream for help, and the source is in fact a man that appears to be from Fontaine. The man in question claims to be a merchant, just looking to make some business in trading and selling wine. However, Noelle was fast to realize this man was in fact the culprit behind everything with her recent troubles. All it took was a swift blast of wind from her massive claymore to catch the fleeing spy sent from their winery rivals in Fontaine. "Stop right there so I can clean up this disaster you almost caused," with her sharp words. The traveler and Paimon watching with jaws to the floor as Noelle easily dragged the thief away, kicking and screaming, handing them over to the knights at the gate. "Remind Paimon not to get on your bad side," gulped Paimon as Noelle dusted off her hands. "Not gonna lie, that was pretty impressive," agreed Ether. "Well, I hate it when people cause me trouble, which makes a huge mess to clean up later," giggled Noelle with the sweetest of smiles. An idea dawning on her, she took one of the white roses out of her hair to give to Ether. "Consider this my thank you for the help earlier. I'd be in a lot trouble had my masters found out. In Mondstadt, white roses are signs of gratitude." Her words seem to surprise Ether as he takes the white rose. His reaction confused Noelle as he offered a smile. "It's a lovely gift, don't get me wrong, but where I'm from, white roses have a different meaning." "Oh? What do they mean in your homeland?" Noelle asked with bright, curious eyes. "White roses mean purity and young love," he grinned. Noelle turned redder than Diluc's hair before fainting. Ether and Paimon chuckle as they take Noelle away to the church. As a unit, Noelle remains in the Claymore class of units, her signature weapon being the Favonius Greatsword. But unlike her Geo counterpart, she focuses more on support and constant healing. Her burst is able to trap her foes with a mighty swing of her ceremonial claymore. Her ultimate forms a protective shield orb of wind that can rapidly heal the party and herself. Her constellation resembles a fairy in the wind, and is called Mediacris Virginis, meaning fairy maiden in English. For specialty though, Noelle's skills at the winery has made her quite the mixologist. Her specialty using wolfhook berries to create a special virgin cocktail, which I definitely could use right about now. Well, that wraps it up for now. As we step out from the looking glass, what element do you think your favorite character would be if their circumstances had been different? You know, we actually haven't done anything with the hydro element yet. So let me know what character in the comments below you'd want with the hydro vision. I think that's the one I want to try and tackle next. There are definitely a lot of characters out there that the hydro vision could work with, but it depends on which one you guys pick. I'm really curious to find out. Also, shoutouts to Arya for helping me out with this script. You rock. Let me know down below. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and close the Tevotchinary. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the future for more Genshin Impact content and lore.